folks? What's the hop drop here? Eric Lima coming at you with another episode, TPL, episode 594. Going to continue the tribute to Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth saga. That's right. For those of you who do not know, let me catch up to speed. As of August the 14th, 2016, that was this past Sunday, a couple of days ago, Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth has officially closed its doors for good for business. And unfortunately, 95 restaurants all over the country had to be closed, and Dartmouth happens to be one of them. So, in honor of the Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth restaurant, I am not going to focus on the business aspect of the restaurant. I'm going to focus on the life, the love, the laughter during my time working there. And like I said, we have a few hardships here and there. That's the way it is. But however, focus on the fun stuff and the fun factoids of about what has happened during my tenure at Ruby Tuesday. Now, yesterday I talked about the music aspect, and since in honor of it being originally a sports bar and restaurant, I will talk about the sports aspect of it. As you know, like in 1995, and that is the year I started Ruby Tuesday. It was also the same year the Red Sox won the Eastern Division title, but got swept by Cleveland in the divisional series. I got a little artifact here from the old days of Ruby Tuesday. Check this out. This is the 1975 World Series picture of Carlton Fisk when he tried to wave the ball fair when it hit off the left field pole at Fenway Park. Now it's called the Fisk pole, for a home run to win Game 6 on the walk-off homer. So it was. And this would be the game-tying game at the series tying game at 3 games apiece. Carlton Fisk, Red Sox legend, and to this day, and I got this picture from the old school Ruby Tuesday. Now, many of you all asking, how'd you get the picture? Where'd you get it? Did you steal it or something like that? No, my former boss, Chris Vieira, at the time when he was the manager at the time, and I was still working for them. I think it was a few. We're dating back, 2005, 2006. We were undergoing through a change, which I think the change may have started the downfall of our restaurant. They were taking down stuff, and most of the sports memorabilia, and this was one of them. So he handed this to me, and like I say, he gave this. He said, "You want this, Eric?" I said, "Sure." So he handed it to me. I decided to find it, found a place for it. I want to say thank you, Chris, once again for this awesome picture of Carlton Fisk, and I think it was really cool of him to do so, and so I kept it. It's a token reminder of the great days that I had at Ruby Tuesday. Also, I started watching the Patriots back in 1996, started to become a fan. They went to the Super Bowl but lost. They beat the Jaguars. I remember my then boss, Joe Munger, during that time was a Jackson Jaguars fan. And when the Jaguars and the Patriots were meeting the AFC title game, we decided, he decided, he said, "Oh, my Jaguars are going to beat your Patriots." "No, my Patriots are going to beat your Jaguars." And I remember during that time, it was during the church. We have a church service when my parents were installed as deacons at that time, and this was before we changed the name to New. We were still known as Church of New Testament back in the day. So, and they had the game up. They had a TV upstairs. So I thought, I'm going to try. So I got it on the game, and we're watching the game for a bit. Now I'm going up and downstairs, and then all of a sudden, oh, the Patriots won! Yes! So I remember going in the next day at work. Excuse me. Got my Walkman in hand. I had a poster that said celebrating the Patriots win, dissing, teasing my boss with it, and playing the Undertaker's funeral music. It was funny. I was having so much fun. It was great. And then they paid the price by losing in the Super Bowl to Green Bay Packers. Packers were good that day. They had Brett Favre. We had Brett. But hey, never know. I figured, you never know. And 4 years later, obviously, 4 years later, the Patriots went back to the Super Bowl in 2001 and beat the Rams thanks to Adam Vinatieri's field goal with no time left to spare. Patriots won the Super Bowl. I was happy. I was dancing in my dish pit, and it was all fun and everything else. I celebrated 2 more Super Bowl wins, of course, at Ruby Tuesday, and also celebrated the curse that was broken. That's right, the curse was broken in 2004. I remember 2003, I was feeling very, very down in the dumps after the Red Sox lost Game 7. And I decided, well, I'm going to mope around a bit and just, you know, I got out of work. I decided, well, I'm going to mope around a bit and just have some fun. And I ran into an old friend of mine at that day, Carolyn. So that kind of cheered me up a little bit. But the year after, the Red Sox broke the curse. That's right. Came back with a 3-0 lead. I remember one of my coworkers at the time, Carla Machado, who was a Yankees fan. She's like, "Who's your daddy?" And then all of a sudden, the Red Sox came back and said, "We ain't dead yet. We ain't dead yet. We ain't dead yet." And then we won. And I go, "Who's your poppy?" She goes, "Shut up." No, I was loving it. It was great. I was so. And then the Red Sox won the World Series, and they encouraged us to wear our Red Sox hats. We'll wear our Red Sox hats, and then. And even though the World Series is over, I asked my then manager, Katie Bagley, at the time. He said, "Hey, Katie, can I wear my Red Sox?" I said, "Go ahead, Eric." And I was like, "Celebrate the World Series, yeah!" You know, I started singing, "We are the champions, my friend." And I used to have 2 buckets where, you know, separate ramekins. That way, ramekins and Cambros are the 2 words I'm gonna remember from Ruby Tuesday. You know, you used to work at Ruby Tuesday when you know the words ramekin and Cambro. That's all I got to say about that. So I had 2 buckets, 2 white buckets. I filled them up with ramekins. I had one with large ramekins, one with small ramekins. I had to label them so that way if they said, "We need large ramekins," large ramekins in. So I just write fun stuff on them, like with the Red Sox. Okay, so well, you know, about it was. I'm just having fun. It was really cool. It was a big win. Red Sox won the World Series. I was so excited. Then they won in 2007. I'm like, yes, we are the champions. You know, it was really cool. And I also witnessed the Celtics winning their 17th world title with the big 3. Thomas Willis then told me, he messaged me on Facebook, he said he predicted that the Celtics would win with Ray Allen and Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. That's what I was. With those 3 guys, we would win it. Guess what? We won it. We beat the Lakers, baby. Yeah. So I witnessed 6 championships during my tenure at Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth. That's a lot of fun. Of course, there was a lot of craziness. I remember the 25-8 game, Sox Marlins back in 2003. The brawl, A-Rod versus Veritek. I thought A-Rod's going to retire. Guess where he is? Freaking Miami with Barry Bonds. You freaking kidding me? Jeez, you know? So, so yep, I did celebrate a lot of championships over at Ruby Tuesday, man. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of awesome fun, bro. It was really cool. So that's part of my oh, and then we get the sports entertainment part, the WWE. That's right. Hey, you know, wrestling was a sport. Wrestling's a sport. Professional wrestling is a fake sport. Who cares, right? It's sports entertainment. So that means we have a sport. We take a sport and do it and sprinkle it with some entertainment. Let's see. 1995 was the year Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble, coming from number 1. First guy to do it, coming from number 1. And you got let's see what happened during that tenure. Oh, you see the $1 Million Corporation forming up. You see Undertaker losing his urn and turned into a necklace and all that. You know, Mabel became a king, and in '96, you got the Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. Undertaker versus Diesel. That was the next year. Oh boy, you know, King Kong Bundy came back to the WWE. You know, we got a lot of guys made their debuts like Mantar and Bob, you know, Hakushi, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Body Donis, and Radford. All these guys. You know, you talk about '96. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Vader, and The Rock made their debut. As Rocky Maivia. Mankind, Mick Foley made all their debuts in 1996. That was a decent class, you know, if I do say so myself. And you get '97, the Attitude Era started coming about. You see Bret Hart turning against the fans now reunited with his brother and brother-in-law, joining the Hart Foundation. You get the gang warfare. You get DX coming up, causing a lot of trouble. Rick Rude comes back to the WWE. You got Hulk Hogan joining the NWO in WCW, and it was all craziness. You know, the Monday Night War started around that time during my tenure working at Ruby Tuesday. And you know what? Around that time during tenure at Ruby Tuesday, I started having my own room in the basement here, watching wrestling, playing video games, and having so much freaking fun. Woo! You know. So I watched all the wrestling. I watched the Attitude Era. I mean, you know, I'm one of those guys switch between Nitro, Raw, Nitro, Raw, Nitro, Raw. I mean, everything else is happening. You see, the Undertaker's winning streak came all the way. Boy, what has happened? Wow. And you get the Montreal screw job that happened during my tenure at Ruby Tuesday. Oh boy, what has happened? What has happened in wrestling during my tenure? You see The Rock succeeding. The Attitude Era, the corporate ministry being formed in '99. You got the Invasion in 2001. The brand extension split in 2002, 2003, and it was really crazy. It was really crazy times, and that's where wrestling was at its peak, and it was an exciting moment. And during my tenure on Ruby Tuesday, I got to watch all that. I tell everybody, hey, and you see Hulk Hogan come back to the WWE in 2002. They want to see a dream match between him and The Rock, and The Rock has been electrifying crowds. Scorpion King, The Mummy Returns, and all that. It was really crazy. So that's what was going on during in sports and sports entertainment during my tenure at Ruby Tuesday. A lot has gone on. If I missed anything, please comment on my video of what I missed. So because it was so crazy, I want to take it short and sweet. So once again, I want to thank Christopher Vieira for giving me this great pick. Now I'll be reminded of Ruby Tuesday when I look at this pick, as always. So thank you very much, Chris, and this will be a memento that I will never forget. So it reminds us of the friendship that we have. Thank you, Christopher Vieira. All right. Okay. Just a little note about this. At the end of the saga, I'll have a picture montage in tribute to with all my co-workers that I've worked with over the years, with the co-workers I've worked over the years, and a little picture tribute. Hopefully, I'll find a nap for that, so I can do that. So, stay tuned for that. But right now, we're gonna continue with the saga. On, but this part of it is ended. Tomorrow, I will want to talk about the rest of the pop culture of what has occurred during my tenure at Ruby Tuesday, and in Ruby Tuesday Dartmouth, pop culture, TV shows, video games, and whatnot that has occurred here. If I missed anything again, write on the comments and let me know. All right. So that's all the time we have on this show. As you know, use your heads, don't do stupid things. Remember, coolness is the essence of every person. It's a little human out there, not as human, but just get a, you're going to be literally cool. Get a fan. Like I said, get a fan. And in words of my friend Tiger, Lance L. Tigre Vegas, be cool. Not just be cool in a personal sense, but be cool literally. You're gonna need a fan or an AC. Crank that sucker up, because you're gonna need it. It's gonna be one of the hottest summers ever, folks. You know what? That's how I feel. All right. So see you guys later. Episode 595 will be coming at you. We're near 600 episodes, guys. See ya.